coming in, yeah, flex, I just wanna win, yeah, LABB who we running with, yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again, yeah, state your name, been dope on flame, I just switched the lanes, damn he did it again, I just flipped the pain, stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming, coming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win.
Tru1Hundred Radio here. We're here for the morning routine. We're here live on YouTube. And I got a special guest with me. This isn't a normal setup of mine. We're here from the My Mike and I studios, aka Noah's parents' garage.
We're improvising.
Yeah, you know, we're just trying to move up in the world, you know. I got a special guest with me. We got my girl Devaroux here.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching.
She's an artist from the OC, and you know, we've been setting this interview up for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
It almost didn't happen. We had some things fall through, but you know, Noah came in the clutch like he usually does. You know, yeah. Stop.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a good one.
He said stop.
Stop. But anyway, it's good to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
This is an exciting one. This is gonna be a good one. You know, I've read a lot about you. I've listened to your music. You know, you do more than just, you know, being an artist. You know, you're definitely well-rounded and well-versed in what you do. So, I mean,
I definitely try.
Yeah, you know. So if you want to, you know, just talk about, you know, how you got to where you are right now, you know, just go from there.
Well, I started singing when I was 3. It was funny. I told Noah this story last time. My parents would make little jingles for me to learn how to spell my name. So I'd walk around the house just singing these tunes, and it just became something I loved so much to the point where I was like, you know, when I grow up, I want to be a singer. And everyone has those goals, and they're like, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be this, I want to be this. But I never once backed down on it. Like, it's always been my goal. I never told myself, like, I'm going to quit. It's just been part of me. So then I started writing songs in 4th grade, I believe. I used to read. When I was starting off reading, my mom, that's all she would do. So I read at a way higher reading level than most people my age. So I started writing songs to kind of express what I was learning or how I was feeling. Then I got to high school my sophomore year, and there was a studio at my school. And I saw the studio, I saw people doing things, and I was like, I need to be in that. Like, that's what I have to be doing here. So I started doing that, and my mentor, his name's Antonio Frescas. I started working with him. He taught me how to mix, he taught me how to do live sound, he taught me how to DJ a little bit, how to produce beats, and from there I was like, alright, since I know what the steps are to get there, I know there are different avenues to take, you know, you don't have to just be a singer, you can do this or this or this, and I'm doing it, it's easier for me to get to where I want to get. So when I graduated high school, I moved out here and I started going to Fullerton College. And I took all these music classes and these business classes, and I was like, I mean, I get what they're saying, but this just doesn't feel like it's for me. I feel like I need to be out there. I need to be doing things. So one day I saw this guy in the quad at my school with like a speaker and a microphone, and he had crazy hair, and he was just singing and jumping around. And I go up to him and I'm like, hey, I see you all the time. Like, I really want to be doing what you're doing. If you're saying you're an artist, like, what can I do? So I go home, I made a song, I brought it to him the next day, and I showed it to him, and I was like, what can we do with this? And he was like, this is actually dope. His name's Tui the Shark. So he was like, this is dope. Like, let me get you on, like, open mic. Like, I'll show you where it is. So we ended up doing 2 open mics on the same night. The Cool Lab Project, you know about them, right?
Yeah.
So I started there, and it was amazing. I'd never experienced that type of community and everybody coming together to do their sound. Because in high school I was alone doing my music. I like to just be like serious about it. So other kids would mess around and be in the studio while I'm mixing, and I would get mad. Like, I'd be like, you know what? Can you just shut the fuck up and get out? Like, I'm recording. Get the fuck out. I would get so mad. And my teacher knew I was serious about it. So at that point, he would even come in and see kids like messing around, and I would just look at him like, I would be like, And he'd be like, guys, get out, she's recording. And he'd just kick everybody out, and I'd just be like, that's right, bro.
That's tight. So, it's funny you brought up, Fullerton College. Like, I
Mhm.
remember, like, getting out of class, like, getting out of football practices, and, like, they would have, like, straight up, like, open mics over in the quad, like in the library, and, like, people, like, perform, like, do, like, comedy acts, and, like, there would be a crowd. I mean, I guess it's just because people either were just going to
there
class,
for classes or
class
whatever.
or whatever. But yeah, like, there was, like, definitely a small community that came from that, and I remember, like, going to those, like, little shows and little functions. I didn't know who Tootie the Shark was at the time, but, like, I remember seeing him, which is funny.
Because he definitely does have an outgoing personality. Like, you can't miss him, you know?
He does. And it's crazy how small of a world this little bubble in Orange County is, right? Like,
everyone's just connected somehow.
Everyone's connected somehow. Everyone knows everyone some way, but, like, not really. So that's crazy how, like, that was your first, like, kind of, like, exposure into this scene.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for that, because it would have been a lot harder for me to figure it out on my own. Because I was so new out here. I didn't know anybody. I was literally going to school. I didn't even like going to school. So I was one of those kids that would ditch classes to watch other things. Because I was like, class? No. Like, what am I doing? So it was a good starting point. I really liked that I was able to grow so much just from that connection. And that's why I try to get out there and meet as many people and be like, hey, like, let's work. Hey, what can I help you with? I never wanted to just be like, what can I get from you? I always want to be like, hey, like, let's collab. What can I help you with? Like, what can I do to help with whatever you need? You want me to help you with your studio session? I'll train you vocally. Like, what do you need?
And I think that's key in, like, growth as an artist. Is when becoming an artist, you learn everything about the game, really. Like, like you said, like your upbringing, you learn how to DJ, you learn how to produce, you learn how to mix, and like vocal composition and stuff, from singing. So, like, you have a lot more to offer people when you're able to do more than just sing.
Yeah, and I think it's also the fact that you're willing to try to learn new things, even if you're not the best, because I always found that it was better for me to go after something and be like, hey, I'm not the best, like, I know the basics, like, with mixing, with stuff like that, like, I know the basics, and maybe that's not everything, but I'm willing to learn. Like, if you want to teach me, I'm willing to learn so that I can do better for myself, and kind of, I'm also trying to get better at helping and learning more things, because my boyfriend and I are starting, he already started it, an entertainment company called Raggedy Royalty. So I'm just trying to get as much knowledge in whatever I can so that I can help out not only myself, but our business, and so that we can help other people and give them the results that they want and build the community that we're striving for, you know?
I was actually just going to get into that.
Perfect.
Raggedy Royalty. So from what I saw, so this is basically a production company to help artists, mix and master their songs. So this is more of like a studio like type thing. Like, you guys are just helping. Like, it's just basically like another outlet. Like,
it's a few actually. We do have our videographer Levi's Lens, and he is basically who we go for if you wanted to do music videos. We have, he has the drone, he has the camera, he has all the equipment. So he basically does that aspect, and we both direct and kind of tell people like, oh, this would look cool, we want you to do this. So we all do it collaboratively, but also we do mixing if anybody wanted us to. We've actually had people hit us up to intern, and we're not ready to do that quite yet because we're still new to it, but it's definitely cool to be like, hey, like, if in the future we wanted to do that, we could do it. So
that's tight. I mean, that's all a part of building relationships too, is people already know you as a great artist, and you're already willing to help people out, with their music and stuff, and
definitely
with yours and your boyfriend's business, it's just another way to help the artist. I feel like a lot of artists in OC can benefit from that, like just helping each other out. Like, you can't really grow a scene if like people are trying to divide each other.
That's exactly how I feel. Yeah, that's how I feel too. We just need to build each other up, because what I realize is everybody's like focused on themselves, and they're like, we want to get there, and I'm not judging, because I'm the same way. I have my months where I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna do this, like, I need to get there, but I always go back to, I can never get away from, I'm not gonna be happy getting to the top if I'm by myself. I'm not. I want to bring as many people as I can with me, because the people that I'm around are amazing. They know what they're doing. They have a vision. They have a goal. And so do a lot of other people in Santa Ana and in the OC area that I don't even know. So it's like, if I can build with people and I can help you get somewhere with an opportunity that I have, I want to give it to you, because at the end of the day, there's never going to be only one top person. People can like as many artists as they want. Yeah, they might dislike this person or this person, but you're always going to have fans at the end of the day. You're always going to have people who love and support you. So if we can do that faster by supporting each other rather than being selfish and being like, no, we need this for ourselves, I don't care about anybody else, we'll just get there so much easier. And even the Young California playlist that we all got on the mixtape, you know, we just all came together and they put us on something. They're recognizing that. They're trying to bring us together. So I feel like we just need to stay together and not try to divide each other.
Yeah, and it's something that I've always been big on. Shout out to Maserati Shells, who kind of like
I love
opened
him.
my eyes to it too. When he was just like, you know what? You know what's better than 1 millionaire? It's 20 millionaires.
Very true.
You know, I heard him say that, and I was like, you know what? He's right. Because a couple years ago, I'd have been like, dude, that's stupid. Like, no, like, I'm gonna get my money first.
Yeah,
you know,
get the fuck out of here
right?
with that.
All right, you can be broke if you want to, but no, like, it's perfect, because, you know, what's gonna happen when you get to the top, and, you know, chips start falling down. You know, what's gonna happen when, you know, you when you need someone and you kind of stepped on everyone to get to where you are. Now nobody's gonna fuck with you anymore. So I feel like you do, you know, you don't need to, you know, have everyone like, you know, with you like every step of the way, but like if you can just like plant little seeds everywhere and kind of help as you go along, and, you know, grow with everyone instead of growing on your own and kind of just, you know, watching everything else, you know, it'll build a beautiful garden.
Yeah, that's why I find it very important to promote other artists and what they're doing. Not only, sometimes I feel like I promote other artists and like my friends' music more than I promote my own, but it's only because I'm an outsider seeing them, and I see the work they put in, and I see the way that they transform, and it almost is, it's just beautiful. It's like watching art in front of my eyes, and I'm just like, you did this, like, this is where you came from, and I just want everyone to see it, you know, even if I'm not in it, even if I'm not the spotlight, I'm like, this is amazing, like, people need to enjoy this.
So, let's talk about you as an artist. So, what, for people who haven't listened to your music yet, like, give us, like, sort of like an insight to how you feel about your music or your type of vibe, like.
Okay, well, I definitely will stick with, I have the R&B feel. I like to mix the R&B feel with a little bit of trap and some atmospheric space. I really like those spaced out, really atmospheric beats that just make you want to groove. And trap drums are perfect for me. My favorite producer is Braden DJ, and he makes the best beats. They're perfectly my style. He actually made the beat for For Life. And ever since then, I'm like, this is exactly what I need. I do like to venture off. I like to do a little pop. I like to do a little bit of indie. Actually, Prince and I the other day made a song, and it's crazy. It's like rock, alternative, indie, rap, and then I'm at the end with like these smooth, beautiful, angelic vocals just fading out, and it's perfect. So I just like to venture off into different things, but I'm definitely most comfortable with R&B. I love R&B. I love those runs and riffs, because I actually learned from Christina Aguilera how to do my vocal style. I would listen to her all day, every day. That's it. And every time I would hear her do those crazy things, I would repeat them until my voice sounded exactly the same.
Dang.
And I forever.
And you know what's crazy? Just coming up in that era, like, not a lot of R&B artists that, you know, are out today would reference Christina Aguilera.
That's so true.
You know, like, not. I mean, Christina Aguilera doesn't get a lot of credit for, like, what she did with her music and how like great her voice was.
I actually watched a documentary on that, and she really did push the boundaries, because if you think about it now, what they were all doing back then, that was risky. Like, they're like, oh, you're showing skin? Like, that's not okay. But now it's so normal that we're almost just like, okay, like, it's normal. But back then, it wasn't normal. Like,
she definitely set a trend with that.
She pushed those boundaries.
And, you know, I mean, yeah, I guess just, like, of where she was at in her career as opposed to, like, I don't know, like, Britney Spears or, like, you know, other top, like, pop, like, singing acts. She was kind of like the outcast because she was trying to be, she was trying so hard to be different. And, you know,
it paid off, I think.
In the long run, it definitely did, because, I mean, look where she is now.
I miss her, actually. It makes me sad that I just realized that no one ever talks about Christina Aguilera.
They don't. So the fact that you even brought her up, I was like, damn, dude, I miss her too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. Yeah, you never hear a lot about that. So
catch me in a few weeks. I'm a genie inside, baby.
You should do a cover.
Some
you should
covers,
do a Christina Aguilera cover. That'd be dope. So, For Life, your latest track you just put out. What was the inspiration behind that? What was there any type of feeling you were going through?
Yes, I remember. It was funny. Braden DJ had sent me that beat, and he goes, "Hey, would you be down to hop on this? Like, I made it. It's okay if you don't." And I played it, and instantly, like, it was playing instantly in my head. The melody just popped up, and I was like, "This is beautiful." I don't know what I'm gonna sing about. I don't know what the words are gonna be, but just that melody of that whole thing, I was like, I need to get that. So I did it. I ended up going to the studio like 2 months later, and I showed, his name's Priya. I don't know, Prod by Priya. He also engineers for Gremlin Raps. And I showed him, I was like, okay, we have a few options here. Let me know what you like. And I did that one, and instantly he's like, that's it. That's my favorite. We need to do that. And we finished it in one session. I think it was like 3 hours. And that's it.
Okay. As an R&B artist, is it better to make music when you actually are feeling what your music is saying, or just making music to put it out?
You know what? I personally believe it's important to know what you're saying and feel what you're saying, but I also struggle with that, I feel like. People tell me, like, oh, you have a beautiful voice, like, you can really feel what you're saying. And personally, for me, I feel like you don't feel what I'm saying enough. Like, when I listen, I'm like, this sounds monotone. Like, I feel like I'm not giving the right emotion. Like, something's not it. But other people seem to love it. I guess that's just, you know, artists are always the biggest critics of themselves. Mm-hmm. And I just want to be better. I'm like, this isn't good enough for me. I need to be better. I need to be better. So that's just my outlook on that.
You did a track with Gremlin. Shout out to Gremlin Raps.
Love that guy.
He's went viral a couple times for
actually,
stuff.
Yeah, our song hit 1 million.7.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, 1.7.
How did that come about? How did you guys, you know, end up collabing?
Shouts out to Coolab, because I was at Coolab performing one night, and Gremlin walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, like, I've been hearing about you a lot. I saw you perform. You're really good. Let's work. Like, let's get on something together." And I didn't really know who he was, but he had really good vibes, and I was like, sounds pretty cool. Yeah, like, let's work. And he hits me up, and I check out his profile, and I was like, oh, wow, he wants to work with me? That's crazy. And we just got in the studio, and I really liked working with him because he's very about his business. He's a good friend, but he's also very about his business. So we get in the studio, he already knows what he wants me to sing. He already has the lyrics, he already knows the melody, and he already knows my tone. He's like, I want you to do it exactly like this. Go over there and do it. There's not a lot of room for creativity in there, but I like it because he has a vision. He knows what he's trying to make. And I respect that because I'm a very, I'm just going to go to the studio. I don't really want to write my lyrics beforehand because I want to be in the moment and I want to feel it. And that's how I do it best. But I definitely learned a lot from him. So it came about in a great way, and we made actually 4. I think at this point we're at 4 songs, or is it 3? We opened up for Bone Thugs and Harmony a few summers ago at the Novo. Yes. So that was amazing. I performed with him in LA. It was a huge crowd. I think it was 1,300.
Lots of weed smoking there?
When they came on, yes. But when we were on, they were just vibing, like, just dancing.
Shout out to Crazy Bun though. Like my mom used to do PR for them.
It was legendary. the energy that place had was insane. Like, it drained me.
Really?
I wasn't even dancing, and the energy drained me. And I actually had to go home early because I was like, I'm tired as fuck. Like, please, I need to go home.
It was a contact high too. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
maybe,
you know.
maybe.
It's
I think I was
Novo.
probably smoking. That's why. Yeah.
Like, the Novo's been closed for, like, how long has this pandemic been? Like, 8 months? Still weed smoke just like over there. I'm almost certain. It's just fucking weed. That and the
Yeah.
Observatory just smoke.
It's a beautiful
Smoke everywhere.
venue, though. It's
I love
really
the Novo.
dope.
The
I
Novo's
really
great.
wish that I actually saw Earl Sweatshirt there, too. On the same stage. I was so excited when I got to perform there. And I saw him there, and I was so mad because I wish I would have gotten, like, the bottom floor. But I didn't know how the seating worked. And so I got, like, the balcony, and I was like, I could have been in the pit smoking a blunt right now. Like, what?
You could have had a blunt thrown to you. See?
True.
Missed opportunities, man.
Damn.
But hey, one day you'll be backstage with them.
We're
so
working
be
on
fine.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Manifestation.
Manifestations. That's what we
key.
do around here. We manifest big things around here.
Actually, my boyfriend taught me that. Manifestation.
So let's talk about your man.
Alright.
He's an artist too.
Yes.
So how did you guys get to this beautiful relationship you guys got going on here?
So it was funny, actually. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to put him on blast like that. I love you. I don't want to put you on blast.
No, you're good.
Well, see, at least it's not one of those things where he's looking like
He's like, you
figure
better
out
not fucking say that shit, bitch. No. No, I love him to death. No.
You sound like that.
So, no.
Jesus.
He's amazing. Actually, what happened was he started following me because he was listening to my music, I guess. I mean, I guess I don't know from his perspective, but... And then he hit me up to do a studio session, but I was in the process of moving, so I was like, you know, it's kind of hectic right now. I was trying to hang out with my friends that were like, come on, like, I'm gonna miss you. So I was like trying to hang out with everyone, and I didn't get to hang out with him. And then one day I was like, hey, let's do a stew session. And he goes, you know, that'd be cool to do a stew session, but I was kind of hoping to take you on a date.
Dang.
And I was
No, I'm starting to
Yeah.
chase the arrow.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry, like, I'm moving in like a week. I'm not really trying to start anything, but I'm down for the stew. And he's like, oh, for sure, no problem. Like, I get it. I'm not mad or anything, you know? And then I come back a week and a half later, and he popped into my head, and I was like, I feel bad. Like, I really wanted to hang out, but, like, you know, I was just busy. So I hit him up. I'm like, hey, you down for a stew session right now? Like, are you here? And he's like, I need a ride from LA, but hell yeah. And I spent, like, after I met him in LA and drove him back to his apartment and we hung out, we were, like, watching movies, eating, and he made a move. He kissed me, and I was like, I like this.
Dang, it was like that?
It was like that.
Dang.
And then I didn't end up going back to the place where I lived. I stayed here the whole weekend. I went home for a day. I packed all my
Manifestation.
stuff. Yes, I swear to God.
Manifestation.
I go home
to
for
the
one
place.
day.
He
Yeah,
said, what's stew session? I already know what I'm going to do.
exactly. He fucked it.
That's
yeah.
lit.
I went home one time. I brought all my stuff back, and I've been living with him now for a while. And we're about to move into our new apartment in a few days, actually.
That's beautiful. See,
Yeah.
well, what are we doing wrong, though? He didn't even necessarily just slide in the DMs. He just was like, you know what? We can make music, but
But
there's
I'm
a
trying to
spot.
take you on a
Yeah,
date.
there's a
That love,
spot I'm
dog.
trying to take you to.
It's all that love in your heart.
That's
bro.
tight. See, man, you guys have been together ever since.
yes.
That's crazy. Where did you move to the OC from? Like, where did you?
I moved to Marietta.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And I hate that drive. Let me tell you, I hate that drive. Ugh.
Marietta is a special place.
Is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. There's not much going on there.
Not
I was
much
going
at
crazy.
all.
I was there for a week, and I was like, what do people do out here? I was asking all my old friends from middle school, what do y'all do these days here? We go out to eat. I was like, what? I need to get out of here. This isn't for me. This isn't it.
Yeah, I was like, when I was 14, I almost moved to West Covina. It was boring out there.
My Thea lives out there.
Yeah,
It is boring out there.
like, yeah, West Covina is, no, couldn't do it. Love the OC. We take it for granted out
Oh
here.
yeah, you guys are very blessed here.
Yes.
I love being out here. There's so much to do.
You know, there's nice malls. The beach is right here.
Exactly.
You know, there's so much to do. I mean.
And my cousins were trying to get me to move to Vegas. Are you kidding me?
I live in Vegas, to be honest.
No, I love it here. I was not ready to let OC go. I was like, nah, I need to stay.
I mean, property value's high, but I mean.
No, they got a nice house for cheap out there.
Nothing can beat Disneyland, you know?
I work there and I'm over it. I used to work there. I'm over it.
Used to be a slave to the mouse?
Yeah. It wasn't a good feeling. I'll tell you that.
I feel that. So, I mean, we're all living in this pandemic. You know, life has been crazy. Just being locked inside a house. You know, not really being able to go out and do what we need to do. And as an artist, you know, artists need to perform, you know, need to, you know, go to the studio, you know, make a living. How have you been able to be creative in this pandemic?
It hasn't been hard, actually. I find that naturally I go through times when I'm very creative and where I am very talkative and energetic, and I'm out every day of the week doing something, whether it's studio sessions and then photo shoots and video shoots, or whether it's just going to shows and supporting my friends or just having a good time. So I go through those months, and then I go through like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months at a time where I'm very like kind of antisocial, to where I'm like, I'm good on going out, like I'm chilling, I just want to be by myself, I want to reflect, I want to like energize back up. And then in a few months, I'll be back to, you know, going out, doing my thing. So I definitely take breaks, and when I do take breaks, I try to write music when I can. I don't like to force it. It definitely comes to me. When any song that I've made so far that I just let flow has been perfect. And I find that when I try to force it, when I'm like, I'm going to write or I'm going to record, it's not where it needs to be. So I just kind of wait for it.
Do you have any projects or any music coming out in the future? What's 2021 looking like?
We actually have a lot of music and a lot of visuals stacking up right now. I just got my music video for the release I'm going to be doing within the next 3 months. I'll be releasing that. So I have the music video. I'm going to release the song on all platforms. After that, I'm working on a project with my friend Don Levon, which is, he produced my first 2 songs. And my boyfriend's also working with him. And we also have another friend, his name is Soul, from LA. We're also working with him on a few songs as well. So we'll be stacking up things and stacking up visuals until we feel like we're ready to just release them. Mm-hmm. But I definitely want to give people something, because they've been waiting for a long time. Like, you guys are amazing for waiting this long. I get so many DMs like, when's the merch coming? By the way, very exclusive merch coming soon.
Ooh. You
guys haven't even seen these pictures on the merch yet, so you guys are.
Hey, nothing but exclusives here at Tru1Hundred.
Exactly. Stay tuned for that.
Okay, stay tuned for the merch. Stay tuned for the music.
The videos, everything.
So I mean, it's been real dope talking to you.
Thank you. You too.
This is fun. When you told me like you don't really do interviews like that, I was shocked, because I mean, you know, you're such a great artist. I'm almost. Like, it's crazy that nobody wants to, you know, let you get your story out.
I know, guys. This is why. You guys are the best. Noah,
all your podcasts, get y'all shit together.
Get it together.
Get y'all shit together. But it's fine.
For now, they have the top spot, so y'all, I'm waiting.
Y'all heard it. Hey, number one radio station on the sea for a reason. You heard it. You heard it. One more. So, do you remember any of those jingles that you had to sing when you were a kid? Is that
yes,
possible?
I do. Okay. So one of them was to spell my name. This is an exclusive, because I don't even tell people my real name. But it used to go like this. My name is Mackenzie. And I would just repeat that shit for hours, going around. Eventually they got annoyed. They were like, all right, can you learn something new? So then there's that boy, that song, Skater Boy. Skater boy, she said, see you later, boy. And I started singing. I think I made the lyrics, you're so funny, I want your money, because I heard them wrong, and I was like a kid. So I would walk around like, "Skater boy, you're so funny, I want your money." And they actually loved it so much, they recorded it and made it everybody's ringtone. So, it was funny. It was fun. They had a good laugh.
Dang. Shout out to Avril Lavigne for that.
Yeah, shouts out.
Well, we just got...
I'm just gonna get pranked for this for like the rest of my life.
This is gonna be the clip that goes on social media for sure. Lots of exclusives. That was fun. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming through to the setup to Noah's parents. Shout out to Noah's parents' garage.
Yeah, honestly, it's all about the energy. You guys bring really good energy.
And you know, I'm gonna expose Noah for a second. He's such a huge Celtics fan. But there's Lakers shit all through this garage. So we're gonna need to talk off camera, off mic.
Intervention or what? Noah, we brought you here today because we're worried.
I feel like our whole friendship has just been me trolling him about how great the Lakers are as a franchise. And I walk into his garage, and the first thing I saw was a Laker flag.
You're like, what am I doing this whole
time? A picture of Magic Johnson shooting a free. I was like, wait, huh? So yeah, we gotta talk. And there's like Raider stuff. And he's a Carolina Panthers fan.
This is an issue. There's a lot of conflict of interest in here, and I don't appreciate it.
Issues need to be resolved. And I hope your boyfriend brings it up on my mic and
I hope you do too, babe. If you don't, we're gonna have an issue.
I hope.
I have to go in about Baltimore real quick.
I hope this gets brought up. But anyway.
Hey, but still shouts out to my Mike and I.
Shout out.
We love my Mike and I.
Shout out to my Mike and I. Great show.
Tru1Hundred Radio.
Thank you.
We out here.
We out here.
We out here.
Devaroux, thank you for coming through. Once we get our studio space, we're going to have to bring you in again.
Yes, I would love to.
You know, it's probably going to be when your project is out, so, you know.
I'll try to speed it up.
Look, hey, manifestation.
Manifestation,
2021 is going to be
gentlemen.
a big year for all of us. Right? Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
For all y'all listeners, we'll actually play some of your tracks right now.
Yeah.
You know, for audio purposes.
Promise you wouldn't let go.
See? Just nothing but exclusive.
I wasn't even trying.
This is my favorite interview.
I wasn't even trying.
Oh, she wasn't trying? Oh, jeez. All right, so we're going to get into some Devaroux, and we will be right back.
See
right
y'all.
Here on Tru1Hundred Radio.